What do you think about body count? Are you on contraception? What bras do you wear? Also uncomfortable. Hey Holly, what is one tip you have for overcoming the dating fear? How do you get over the fear of physical intimacy? What would you tell younger Holly about relationships and love? This is just gonna have to do. I'm gonna talk loud and hope you guys can hear me. There's aircon behind me, but I'm not doing it without aircon. It would be way too hot. So she's sitting here in her travel trousers. This is a great setup. I feel like I'm gonna insert a picture of like my tripod situation. I'm actually really proud of building stacks of cubes to sit you on. But hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Yeah, I really apologize for my hair being so frizzy. Like, I haven't even put gel in since I've been here, and I kind of don't really care about putting gel in right now because I'm kind of embracing the frizz. There's no point trying to combat frizz in hot and humid weather. But if you didn't know, I'm currently traveling around Southeast Asia for 4 months. I am in Chiang Mai, so a new destination, and I'm going to show you guys this whole like apartment in the actual vlogs. We arrived yesterday. I am filming a Q&A because I posted on my Instagram story kind of recently. I wanted to film another kind of like girl talk Q&A because you guys enjoy those, and we're doing it from Southeast Asia. We're changing up the location. I'm also shuffling forwards because I'm just worried about the audio. This video is also sponsored by Cheeks, which is so good. I love their platform. I've spoken to you guys about Cheeks quite a few times now, so yeah, shout out to Cheeks. I will explain a bit more later in the video, but we're gonna dive straight in. We know the rules with these videos. I don't shy away from talking about things that, you know, we don't often talk about. The first question is, have my first smear test soon, any tips or advice? If you didn't know what a smear test was, it's like a pap smear test. It is something that tests for the presence of HIV. Did I say HIV? I feel like I said HIV. Right, we're gonna start that again. The smear test basically tests for HPV, which is a virus. It is the #1 risk factor and the primary cause of cervical cancer in females. It causes other cancers in females and also males. But yeah, smear test is a screening program, and I've had my first smear test. I had it last year in December. Honestly, it was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and I wasn't even nervous. Maybe because I've had like laser hair removal and I've had a few things going on down there. I would just make sure that you feel comfortable with the nurse who's doing it. You can also have someone in the room as well if that helps you, but like if the nurse makes you feel comfortable and like talks you through the procedure, because I had a nurse who was so friendly and she was like, I'm gonna do this now and then I'm gonna insert the speculum, which is the device they do insert. I actually made a whole video about my experience last year for Vlogmas, so I will link that on the screen and then down below for you guys, because hopefully that will like help put you at ease as well. Please don't not go to it because it is such a simple test and it's something we shouldn't be afraid of going to. It gives you a very easy result to interpret. You're either positive or negative HPV, and then you either are fine or they deal with it accordingly and it's not an issue at all. So if I can do it, anyone could do it, you know? I had a few questions that were similar. So for example, like advice about doing stuff in the bedroom. I'm terrified and clueless. And then somebody else said how to feel confident in the bedroom without getting embarrassed, help a girl out. Loads of questions about that stuff, and honestly I felt exactly the same like about a year ago. The first thing I want to say is it's okay. Like, it's honestly okay to not know. Over the last 2 years, let's say, I have been listening to a lot of podcasts that have spoken about like this kind of stuff that I'm talking about in the video, and I am so incredibly grateful for those. But I have always been searching for a platform that would help me out, and as you guys know, as I said at the start, this video is sponsored by Cheeks, which is a very safe space for sexual entertainment and education. It's just such an amazing platform, and it's the platform I wish I'd found sooner. They have like adult films, they have erotic audio stories, so it's supposed to like help stimulate your sexual desires, your fantasies, if that's what you're looking for. But at the same time, they also have their Pleasure Academy, which is the place where they offer loads of education about this stuff. You can like learn from experts. They have workshops, tutorials, they have a magazine and a podcast, and as I said, it's literally what I was not taught at school. I had sex education classes, I do remember. We had like a demonstration that I refused to participate in, but Cheeks basically has everything there for you, and you shouldn't feel ashamed for using platforms like this to just like learn. I feel really bad when I don't know myself, you know, I don't know what's going on down there, when we should know our bodies. You guys can essentially try Cheeks if you want to. If you're a new customer, you can try it for free. It's 100% free. It won't cost you anything if you use my code down below. So Holly07, that gets you 7 days free. If you click the annual subscription, you can like cancel or change your membership during that time. But if you haven't used it before and you're a new customer, you can try it out, and I cannot recommend you do so enough, because this is where you can learn, as I said. And I think that's like one of the best pieces of advice I would give to you guys if you feel just clueless. Do some learning, you know, learn about yourself, learn about intimacy, whatever you want to learn about. It will be on Cheeks somewhere, I can guarantee. The next question is, a lot of you guys were asking for a Q&A with Angelo as well, so I will ask him. Angelo? Yeah. Would you be down for doing a Q&A together? People are asking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What, now?
No, not now.
Okay, yeah.
We'll maybe do one in Chiang Mai, because this is a really good setup. Oh, I like this question. It's a juicy one. What do you think about body count? Should people really care about that or not? I would say you kind of, I don't know, you can care to an extent. Like, the past is the past. Whatever has happened, and you know, you're not gonna go back to the past. You're living in the present moment with your partner, or whether you're single. I think it just depends on what the person is like right now in their life, and you can trust them and they're genuine, then fair enough. But like, if someone hasn't changed and you're unsure about it, then maybe it's something to be cautious of, like an orange flag or something, not a red flag, maybe an orange flag. Yeah, and I also feel like we really need to like stop judging females for having really high body counts as well, because it's like not at all questioned when a male has a really high body count often. I mean, feel free to share down below. These videos are an open discussion. It's a safe space, honestly. And yeah, it's really nice to like just hear from you guys, and also open up with the conversation down in the comments down below. And if you also like this video, I have others similar on my channel, so I can link those down below, and subscribe if you want to kind of stick around for this type of content and loads of other stuff. Battery is flashing right now, so I'm gonna try and squeeze in one more question. What bras do you wear? Also uncomfortable, but I don't think society accepts bra free, especially at work. First thing to say, I don't wear bras. I literally haven't worn bras for years. I wore them for a very short period of my life when I kind of like hit puberty early in secondary school, but now I just wear sports bras. I literally live in sports bras. I do run obviously and work out, so I'm wearing sports bras then, but then during the day, like right now I'm wearing an Organic Basics sports bra. It's more of like a day-to-day one, but I just don't wear bras. I never found them comfortable. I like 100% relate to the uncomfortability, if that's a word. Uncomfortability, I don't know. I don't even know what's on the market, to be honest with you, because I live in the same types of sports bras, and I've had them for years. I maybe should get some new ones, but you just have to do some research, find those that work for you. And if you don't want to wear bras, wear like a bralette or like a sports bra, for example. You can get very casual looking sports bras. They don't have to look like a typical sports bra that you're gonna go and work out or run. Fresh battery, love that. Where was I up to? What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about bras. Yeah, the whole bra free thing, free the nip. I personally have done that. Like, I've been out literally like 3 times without a bra, and it's been quite obvious that I haven't been wearing a bra, but I've just felt, I don't know, I felt uncomfortable. And I honestly think it is so empowering when I see a female and she's not wearing a bra and she's just embracing it, and she has the confidence to do that, because I just think it's, oh my gosh, this battery is also dead as well. Yeah, I just think it's so cool when someone has the confidence to not wear a bra and to own it. But when I've done it, I just didn't feel confident, and so that's like a me issue. I need to work on that if I want to do that, because confidence is so, as they say, it's very sexy. But I did feel like people were staring at me, and they probably weren't. It was just probably in my head, most likely. But I don't know, I didn't feel quite comfortable doing that. But it might be your thing, and I think it should be totally normalized to not have to wear a bra, but I do understand, like at work for example, if you're wearing a suit and stuff, it's not really accepted, and that's a societal issue. That's like a really big problem, so it's a really hard one. But yeah, I also need to take a break now to go to the toilet, and we need to do washing, so I will come back to resume the Q&A. Be right back. Whoop. Oh, back you guys. We just did our washing while we put it in the dryer. I also just got attacked by the lift. Apparently wanted to shut me in the doors. The next question is, are you on contraception? So I feel like I've mentioned this briefly in a vlog maybe, or a Q&A of this type. The answer is yes, I am. And I did film a whole video on my experience getting the Gynafix, which is a copper coil. I didn't have time to edit it before we left for Asia, but I might still, well, I want to still edit it and then post it maybe whilst I'm away. Sorry, I feel like I'm going in and out of focus right now. It's like a big video, you guys. It has so much stuff in it, so if you're interested in that, definitely like this video or comment down below, because contraception is very important if you do not want to have a baby. And similarly, I have also answered a question like this before, but I want to kind of like update you guys on my thoughts, because I feel like they've changed slightly. So somebody said, I always think I'm pregnant, like is this fear normal even though I'm using contraception? The fear is normal because I genuinely have felt the same. Even when I've used contraception, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant and stuff. But like now that fear has kind of subsided, and I mean it might be because I know I have something in me permanently right now, or it's just because I know that the fear is irrational. So I feel like it is a fear, it's normal, don't worry too much. And I feel like a lot of us girls have felt that way, but like I think it dies down. Okay, next question. Do you shave down there, like the whole thing or just the bikini line? I also have a question again, because I had promised you guys, and I still will make this video about laser hair removal. So somebody said, can you do a video on my laser hair removal? Because I did have laser. That is what prevented me from leaving the UK for a long time, like going to Asia. I've now finished laser hair removal, and I mean, I say finished, but I've really not finished. I need to go back for more sessions because 8 is just not enough. In terms of like shaving, because I did used to shave before, I didn't really used to take it all off, I'm not gonna lie. I did used to just do the sides, because I mean, I've grown up dancing, as you guys know, and I just wanted to remove it. I didn't want to see hair there. When I was in like a leotard and pink ballet tights, I just really couldn't be bothered with it, so I never really took it all off. I did use hair removal cream at one point, but oh my gosh, I hated it. I cannot tell you how much I detested that stuff. It took ages, it stank, it like stung my skin. It was so bad. So I resorted to shaving, obviously, and then I always used to give myself razor rash. So I didn't like the whole process, and that's why I ended up getting laser. So that kind of like took everything off. But as I said, I need more laser because things are kind of growing back. We're moving on to dating, online dating. So how did you change your mindset to be willing to go on a date or to use apps, basically? I feel like things started to change after I had a conversation with one of my friends, Michaela. If you watch like my first ever dating apps video where I tried using them as like a joke, it was during my masters, and it was quite a long time ago now. I said in that video, I said I had quite a strong opinion on dating apps. I didn't like them and I wouldn't ever use them. But here I am now, having used dating apps. I'm now in a relationship through using dating apps. So everything has changed, obviously. But how did I change my mindset? So I basically had this conversation with my friend. At that point, I had downloaded Hinge, because if you kind of know the whole story, I'll link down below the video that is relevant, basically about how I met my boyfriend. But I like downloaded Hinge with the intention of like making a video out of it, but that never happened. Long story cut short. In the midst of all of this, I had a conversation with Michaela. I was talking about, you know, like meeting someone, because she had met her boyfriend through Hinge, and she basically told me that, you know, these days a lot of people meet online. It's totally okay to meet someone online. And in me traveling, obviously, yes, I do meet people, but like Michaela basically said to me, it's very, very unlikely that you will meet someone traveling and something will happen, because like you're most likely to come from different backgrounds and live in different places, and well, you have similar interests, who knows. So yeah, I think you just have to like try using them. You know, you're only gonna learn through trying to use them. And yes, some dating apps, and there are some people on dating apps who just want a hookup or a fling, but like you can make it very clear what you're looking for. And I think one of the major benefits of dating apps is that you can really find someone who has similar interests to you, as opposed to just meeting someone who might not. On the dating front as well, I have another question. Hey Holly, what is one tip you have for overcoming the dating fear? One tip. I could share probably more, and I maybe should make a whole video about this. One tip I would say right now that comes to mind is treat it as if you're just going to meet someone as a friend, because I do genuinely believe that like relationships that are like romantic, they stem from like a friendship. Like you have to get to know that person, click with that person, get along really well. So just treat it as if you're going to meet a friend. Don't see it as like a date, you know, or like some sort of interview that you have to perform really well in, because you don't. As soon as I like told myself that, because obviously Angela and I went on a 30k run, and I just thought I was, you know, going on a run with someone, and then obviously it went further, but like I didn't put the pressure on myself, and I didn't see it as a date. Really? Well, maybe I did. Okay, I did, let's be real. I did, and I was kind of a bit nervous, but I was constantly telling myself that I was just going on a run with someone. The next question is back to something quite intimate. Have you ever used, I'm not going to say the word because YouTube, are there any particular ones you recommend / enjoy the most? I'm sorry I can't answer this question right now, maybe in the future, but I've never used adult toys, we're gonna say. If you have any recommendations, feel free to let me know down below. But yeah, I also think, you know, normalize those. The next question is, have y'all had double dates with your sister and her boyfriend? So myself and Angela, basically, have we had double dates? No, we haven't really yet. We went climbing recently, but that was like a triple date. That was myself and Angela, my sister, and her boyfriend Dan. This is something I haven't even spoken about online. I don't even know if I should be saying it, but Matthew and his girlfriend also went. But yeah, I don't know if I should have shared that information, so I'm just gonna move on kind of quickly. How do you get over the fear of physical intimacy? I've never had a relationship because of it. I can literally talk about this for days, but I would say that even if you are not physically intimate with like your friends or your family, like myself, growing up I've never been that type of person, but in a relationship sense I'm not that way. And I feel like when you meet someone who you feel comfortable with, you'll like overcome that fear massively. It feels nice. It feels nice to like touch and to hug and to be intimate, and you will realize that when you just kind of like not throw yourself into it, but just give it a go. And I mean, some people won't ever really like that. That won't really be their like love language, as it were. I think we'll do one final question, because I feel like I've answered quite a few. I mean, we could sit here for days talking about this, as you guys know. What would you tell younger Holly about relationships and love? For a long time, I told myself that I shouldn't be in a relationship, almost, just because I've grown up not having relationships. And so like my family have known me as that type of person, my friends, and so I kind of felt as if I had to hold myself back, because it would be kind of out of character for me if I was suddenly like going on a date. Like, it took so much courage for me to say that I was going on a date when I went on the run to like my mom or like my family. Obviously I didn't really announce it. The first person I actually told was Matthew, my brother. But yeah, I just felt like it was out of character for me, and people might be like, okay Holly, why are you suddenly like caring about this when you haven't your whole life? So I would say to myself that I don't need to hold myself back, and if I wanted to try something, like, you're allowed to try new things in life, and you're allowed to grow up and like change. But yeah, I think that is where I'm gonna end this Q&A. I hope you guys have learned something, you enjoyed it. Definitely make use of the 7-day free trial with Cheeks. As I said, it's linked down below. Subscribe if you want to stick around to see more of this type of content. My vlogs from Asia, living, slow traveling around 3 different countries for 4 months. And yeah, it is currently like the morning still, 12:11 actually in Chiang Mai. I don't know where you are watching this, but I hope you are not super hot every time you walk outside. It's like crazy heat, as you guys know from watching the videos, and you will find out. I will leave you with some classic bloopers. As you guys know, we love the bloopers at the end of the video, so I will leave you with those. And as always, I'll speak to you very soon in another video. Bye! My hair is so frizzy. Look how frizzy my hair is. Oh my gosh. My trousers. Oh, you hear the hip click. Adjust a little bit. What do we look like? Where are my questions? I don't know why I'm justifying this. I'm just filming a Q&A. But anyway, we're apparently gonna have to say a lot in the intro. What? Ooh, I hope the angle is still the same. Oh, is that the timer? Okay, 1 second, let me just finish this question. For the third time, we are jumping back to sit on the bed. Somebody said, hey Holly, what is one tip you have over... Sorry, I can't speak apparently.